live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Hello, good morning to you. It is Tuesday, May 7th.
We'll get to weather in just a few seconds, but we wanted to mention the changes that we made here at KSAT. Yesterday, KSAT made the switch to NextGen TV. It is the next big thing in local broadcasting. If you want to watch us using an antenna, you will have to rescan your TV to continue watching us. Yesterday, we held a phone bank all day to take calls from viewers who may have had some issues, and we had so many calls that we decided to extend that phone bank throughout today so we can make sure that everyone's questions get answered.
Now, if you have questions about the switch or what to do, just call the number on your screen, 210-351-1363, and someone will be able to help you. You can also find more information on KSAT.com.
Did get a chance to visit with some of the folks. They were all on the phone, very patiently answering some of those questions.
We've been busy, and we expect to continue taking calls all day. All right, let's switch gears now, jump into the weather forecast, and we keep hearing the words heat index, heat index, heat index.
How many times can you say that in a newscast?
I'm kind of wondering myself, and honestly, it's a word that I didn't really want to bring out until summer, but it's here, and we do have to discuss it because the next couple days, it's not going to be so pretty. Well, let's take a look at some of the weather headlines. As we get into today, that heat index will get close to 100. It's tomorrow where we see that heat index peak. Those are the 2 days we'll be watching, because then we get some relief. That comes in Thursday night into Friday morning in the form of a cold front. Thank goodness. And it may bring some storms with it, too. There's a small window for that. We'll discuss that severe potential. But in the meantime, 92 is what we're forecasting today. It feels like 98 at our peak this afternoon. And right now we're sitting at 77, 75 in New Braunfels, 77 in Pleasanton, and low 70s up in the higher elevations. So we're already off to a warm and humid start. These clouds you see there in the foreground, they'll start to break up, and we'll get some sun a little bit later this afternoon. One thing's for sure, construction and crashes have been making it a nightmare on I-35, RJ. Is it picking up at all?
Actually, Justin, yes, we have cleared things out there at 35 and Loop 410. Look at this. This is a sight to behold, everyone. We have got traffic moving through this area. I mean, this thing was basically stop and go traffic throughout most of our morning from 6 a.m. on to about 9 a.m. right now. So traffic is moving through this area right now. Finally got all those accidents, stalled vehicles, and construction cleared out there. But that is not the case for our folks out in the Seguin area right now. We have an 18-wheeler rollover crash that has shut down I-10 westbound. This is basically the stretch of FM 775 down to FM 465 Linney Road. So for all of our folks coming in from Seguin to the far east side of the greater San Antonio area, you will have to find alternate routes here. They are diverting all of our traffic into the access road in that area. So again, I-10 westbound shut down this stretch as you just make your way outside of Seguin. Let's get you an update on some other things taking place across the city. We have a crash, US 90 westbound at General Hudnall Drive for our folks on the west side of town. Not causing too many delays out there at the moment right now. Downtown area, northbound 37 at Commerce Street, seen a stalled vehicle. Also seen a stalled vehicle, I-10 eastbound at Frio Street. But again, traffic is still moving pretty well through those areas. One more stalled vehicle to let you know about, Loop 410 eastbound at Vance Jackson. Seen a little bit of buildup there for all of our folks, our drivers coming in from I-10, 410, that crossroads area. Do want to let you know about some construction that's going to start up today for anyone that lives around the medical center. Obviously, a lot of people work around this area here as well. The Floyd Curl project that basically is stretching from Floyd Curl all the way down past Hamilton Wolf. There will be lane closures kind of throughout the next couple of weeks or so. So definitely Huebner Road, Floyd Curl, that's going to be closed for a little while as we get this construction project going. Floyd Curl at Fawn Meadow, that will also be closed, that intersection there. So if you live around the medical center, you work around the medical center, this is something that you might run into over the next couple of weeks. Mark and Patty, back to you guys.
Thank you so much, RJ.
All right, the 9 at 9 is right now.
Israel and Hamas are expected to continue negotiations today. Yesterday, Hamas agreed to a ceasefire and prisoner exchange, but Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu isn't on board yet. This comes as Israel captures the Gazan side of the Rafah crossing. The White House says the movement and airstrikes aren't necessarily the start of a major offensive, but there are concerns for the millions of civilians taking refuge in the city.
millions of healthcare patients are being left in a limbo as Steward Healthcare files for bankruptcy. This is being called one of the biggest hospital failures in decades. Steward blames a highly challenging healthcare environment for its financial problems and cites insufficient reimbursements, skyrocketing labor, and operational costs of the COVID pandemic.
Stormy Daniels is expected to take the stand today in Donald Trump's criminal trial. Today is day 13. Trump is accused of making a hush money payment to Daniels, an adult film actress, to cover up an alleged affair. Trump has denied those allegations. Yesterday was another critical day of testimony. On the stand were key employees from inside his organization who handled the former president's business and personal finances. They walked the jurors through key payments at the center of the case.
The much-anticipated launch of Boeing's Starliner spacecraft is now on hold. Last night's mission was postponed about 2 hours before launch because of a technical problem. Engineers discovered an issue with a valve on the rocket that will launch the Starliner into space. It's unclear right now when the spacecraft will take its maiden flight.
The FAA is opening up a new investigation into Boeing. The plane maker now admits some of its employees claim tests on Boeing 787 Dreamliner jets had been completed when they hadn't been done at all. The issue was reported by an employee and is an instance of misconduct, but not, we are told, an immediate flight safety issue.
And improving economy and lower costs are helping to push back the dates when Medicare and Social Security might run out of money. New federal reports say Medicare's so-called go-broke date has been pushed back 5 years to 2036, and Social Security added 1 year, pushing that date back to 2035.
Some big changes coming to what documents travelers need to board a domestic flight and or cross the border. A year from today, a traditional driver's license will no longer be accepted by TSA or U.S. Border Patrol. Instead, anyone 18 and older will need to present either a passport or a document known as Real ID or an enhanced driver's license. You also need one of those to enter a federal building.
2 varieties of Planters nuts are being recalled due to possible contamination with the bacteria that causes listeria. The recalled products are the 4-ounce packages of honey roasted peanuts and some cans of lightly salted mixed nuts. And the mixed nuts have a best if used by date of April 5th, 2026.
Congratulations to Spurs rookie and French phenom Victor Wembanyama. He was named the 2024 NBA Rookie of the Year last night. In his first pro season, he averaged 21.4 points, 10.6 rebounds, 3.9 assists, and 3.6 blocks per game. Wemby is also a top 3 finalist for Defensive Player of the Year, which will be announced tonight. And that's today's 9 at 9. Good luck to Wemby. One of our morning headlines, the American Cancer Society changing their recommendation for getting screened for lung cancer. And how bad are San Antonio drivers? We'll show you where we rank in the country.
And man or bear, women chime in on who they would rather be alone with in the woods. David Sears is here with our morning headlines.
This is one of those things where, I got nothing else to do, so let me throw this question out there on social media. And
something to think about.
A lot of people answered the question. So.
We're anxious to hear the answer.
Oh, it's interesting. We'll have that for you in just a second. Let's start with this. New guidelines from the American Cancer Society for smokers and those who smoked when it comes to getting screened for lung cancer. Do it. The Cancer Society now recommending folks between 50 and 80 years old who smoke or at one time did smoke and had a 20-year or greater pack history get screened every year. This is the first update and recommendation since 2013. The age range has been expanded, and even if you quit years ago, you should still get screened.
The biggest change is that we eliminated the years since quit. It used to be our feeling that once you were about 15 years after you stopped smoking, that your risk of lung cancer fell to such an extent that you no longer needed lung cancer screening. And over time, that data has proven to be incorrect. We're actually increasing the number of folks that are eligible for lung cancer screening by about 5 million. We do know that lung cancer, when found in its earliest stage, stage 1, that it's often treatable, often curable.
Yeah, lung cancer occurs mainly in older people, 65 and older, but anyone at any age can get it, so early detection is key. It may be a good idea for non-smokers with a strong family history of lung cancer or even strong second-hand exposure to get screened as well. All right, so if you drive around San Antonio, especially in heavy traffic, you know there are some terrible drivers. I mean, let's face it, really, there are. They weave in and out, they don't use their blinker, they speed. Or how about a new one? I drive down 281 every day. That HOV lane supposed to be for 2 or more riders in a vehicle? Nope, it's the morning speed lane for single drivers. They just zip right on down that lane like, you know, it's just another lane. So if you were one of the worst cities for drivers, you think it would be one of the Texas cities, maybe San Antonio? No. Forbes Advisor did a recent study. They looked at 47 metro areas. Some of the categories they included were experience, safety, cost of car ownership, access to car maintenance, crashes, gas prices, commute times, a lot of different factors. So here's the top 10. The worst city to drive in? Oakland, California. Then there's Miami, then San Francisco, and yes, the Texas city of Houston. And if you've ever been into Houston traffic, you know why that is in the top 5. Then there's Philadelphia, New York City, Chicago, Atlanta, Dallas. So Texas has 2 of the top 10. And then there's Portland. Oh, but we're not done. Where is San Antonio? San Antonio is 28. Austin is 21. That's why you go around the toll road every time you go north or south, or just get around Austin. Forget that mess. San Antonio is 28. El Paso is 45th. El Paso? Really? The best is Raleigh, North Carolina. They came in 47th out of the 47, which is the bottom is good because of their marks for safety, driving experience, and cost of vehicle ownership.
I'd be anxious to see in a year where Austin and San Antonio wind up if they move up the list of worst cities to drive in, because we're not getting smaller, we're getting bigger.
Right, we're getting bigger.
Yeah.
You know, LA always gets a bad rap for having bad traffic. Well, I guess you're not a bad driver because you never move. You're always stuck in traffic.
That's true.
I'm going to say San Antonio and Austin are going to move up the list.
And I used to think that Houston had some of the worst traffic in the country, back to that top 10 list, until I went to Atlanta, and they beat Houston by a mile.
It's all perspective, right? We can't complain in San Antonio if you don't.
In Dallas, I was in Dallas over the weekend driving down Highway 75, and you're either doing 95 or 65. There's no way in between. You're either flying down the highway or you're just causing all kinds of slowness.
Well, it's time for you to stay out of that HOV lane in the morning coming in.
I don't get in the HOV. I just look over and every car.
It's not you. It's not you.
It's like every car's got like one person in it, and they're just 85, 90. I'm like, you know, if there was some traffic cops out here, they'd make some money for the city. Right?
Whole different story.
Yeah.
Whole
they
different
could make
story.
some bucks right here just stopping all these people. It's crowded over there. So, and oh, by the way, blinkers. Yes, if you drive a BMW, it probably comes with a blinker.
Should we break out the soapbox?
If you drive a Ford, it probably comes with a blinker.
Like.
Try that blinker just once or twice, especially when you're changing lanes. Twice this morning. Twice. Just zipped right in front of me. It's like, do you not have a blinker on that you're driving? Anyway, all right, let's get to the last story. All right, this is one of those weird ones that we were talking about. This is kind of an off-the-wall hypothetical question, and it has reached viral stage on social media. Women were asked, would you rather be alone in the woods with a man or a bear? Plenty of the women chose the bear. There was one TikTok video that was viewed nearly 17 million times. 7 of 8 women said they'd pick the bear. When the women were asked why, in so many ways, they said they know the dangers they face with a bear. Men are more unpredictable.
Okay.
Well, if I was talking with David Sears and he was ranting about, you know, traffic, I'd take my chances with the bear.
Understood.
I don't know. Does that bear have a blinker?
I don't know. I was going to say.
He better.
Bears are probably better drivers. David, thank you, sir.
Look at him.
You can weigh in on KSAT.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
Thank you, David.
If you got that kind of time.
Yes, exactly. All right, there. He's just off camera, but he's there.
Yeah, man.
9:12 right now, 76 degrees. Coming up next on GMSA at 9.
A former golf course on Southeast Military is transforming into a nature destination and could attract visitors from all over. When we come back, the progress so far on the Arboretum San Antonio and how it will be used for scientific and educational purposes.
A former golf course here in San Antonio is turning into an arboretum where people can explore nature and learn, and it will feature pedestrian and bike trails.
To bring us the latest on this project, Tiffany Huertas joins us live at the former Republic Golf Course off Southeast Military Drive. Hey, Tiffany, how's it going?
Hi, good morning, Patty and Mark. This is where the future Arboretum San Antonio will be. I want to show you the beautiful trees here. Take a look. Our photojournalist Azian said something that really hits home here. Once you enter this space, it does not feel like you're near a city at all. And to talk more about this planning, we have Tom here with Arboretum San Antonio. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes, this is such an exciting project. Tell us about, over the past few months, what your team has been doing.
So we've acquired the land back in November by the good graces of the county, and the city has had provided ample funding as well as other organizations. And we've been, since we've acquired the land, we've been preparing it because we've got two big things to do. One is to do master planning, and two is fundraise. And so we've been doing a lot of that. We've gone through the master planning selection process and have vendors selected to service us over the next year for master planning, which we're going to announce tomorrow. It's a very exciting press event that we'll have tomorrow here at the Arboretum.
And we do have some images of some of the different planting that's been done here over the past few weeks. Tell us about that.
So we, the city of San Antonio funded us to put in a tree nursery for the purpose of growing trees here on the Arboretum property, for the Arboretum property, but also for the city to use, for residents to use, and to develop a broad breadth of native species. And so this is very important for us. We took a first step just a couple weeks ago, planted 140 trees that we're busy taking care of and showing them the love they need. So.
And I love that this is about education too, not only for families, not only for people and experts in this field, but just everyone can come here.
Yeah, it's interesting. We've got our master planning team is here today touring the property, and I would call them very deep as they go into nature, sustainability, arborists and so forth. And so they're all about the nature. But the majority of people that come to an arboretum come to just enjoy a peaceful walk in the woods. And that's what we're hoping to offer. But also education, people to learn about trees, learn about nature, learn about sustainability, but also to learn about our heritage. Our city was founded based on people finding water, trees, and land here that they could live. And our Native Americans, our Mexican brethren, our Spanish brethren, all came to San Antonio for a reason. That reason really is the land, the trees, and the water. And so we're really hoping to highlight that from an educational perspective. There's also a big health component to that.
And we're going to talk about that on the noon show because we're sticking around. Thank you, Tom, for everything. And don't miss that story coming up on the noon show. We're so lucky to have this project here in San Antonio. A lot of nature coming to you soon. We'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Tiffany. We're taking a look outside right now. This is Loop 1604 at State Highway 151. You can see there's an accident there on the shoulder. It looks like traffic is pretty slow in that area, so use caution when you're in that area. You see looks like the tow truck is already there. Hopefully it'll get cleared up shortly.
Big construction zone. So this is northbound 1604, just past 151, right there at the interchange. We're also tracking two other major accidents. Another one at 90 West at General Hudnell with injuries. We have a crew on the way. And then we've got another big one, 10 West out near Seguin, just past Seguin, coming in to San Antonio.
All right, now taking a look at live cam outside. Another cloudy day, another repeat of yesterday, it seems like.
Pretty much, Patty, you're right. We're starting to see the sun shine through a little bit there, but still a lot of clouds, a lot of humidity, and humidity is going to be a main player in our forecast as we go forward next couple days. Before we get into that forecast, so we got to talk about what happened yesterday. We mentioned that we were afraid there would be a tornado outbreak in Oklahoma, and look, the numbers weren't as big as we thought, perhaps, as the number of tornadoes, but we still did have some damaging tornadoes. And now, unfortunately, we are getting word that there was one death, and that's near Barnsdall and Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Those are just north of Tulsa. Both of those cities hit hard by a tornado, probably the same one. If you're looking at the path here, came right through here, but likely a strong tornado. And yes, we are getting reports now of, sadly, one death associated with that tornado. So that's the latest there. We'll obviously be getting more information throughout the day. But the severe weather risk is now shifting east towards parts of Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky. That's where there will be another round this afternoon. Already seeing a pretty good line of storms trying to make its way into Indiana and up towards Great Lakes at this hour. Not here, though. It's just humidity and cloud cover. 77. Dew point is at 72. This is an important number because that's what will help generate some pretty high heat indices later this afternoon. And the satellite picture shows, yeah, we're sucked in at the moment, but starting to see some breaks out near Gonzales, and you're going to see this cloud deck in general start to shrink as we head into the afternoon. 80 in Del Rio, 81 in Junction where the sun is out, 75 Kerrville, 78 right now, Pleasanton, and upper 70s, close to 80 here in San Antonio. This is very reminiscent of yesterday. I think the one difference will be temperatures will be just a little bit warmer today. And when we get into the low 90s for highs, that'll translate to a heat index somewhere around 98 this afternoon. And there will be some places that get heat indices above 100. Then as we get into tomorrow, gets even hotter. Humidity levels are still going to be fairly high, mainly along I-35 and points east. So that'll put the heat index at around 102 here in San Antonio. Floresville, Gonzales, over towards Cuero and down towards Carson City. That's where heat indices will really jump up. So we got to be careful tomorrow. The good news here is that we get some relief, and that comes on Thursday in the form of a cold front. So let me walk you through the forecast here. We're going to fast forward to Wednesday, and yes, there's the dry line, so it'll be humid east of that, dry to the west, and then along the front up to the north, there could be some storms around Dallas. But as we get into Thursday, as this front slides south, that may generate a storm or two even here around San Antonio. Now, the odds of seeing rain are pretty low, but there is a risk of some severe weather as this front comes through. Then we get cooler, drier weather behind that, which is it's going to be great as we head into the weekend. But the severe weather risk on Thursday, and we're right on the edge here of a isolated to perhaps scattered severe weather risk, and this is something we'll keep an eye on. I think the window is pretty small for that, but it is there. And then behind the front, as I said, we get some much better weather. 95 tomorrow, 92 Thursday, 20% chance of rain, and then lower humidity, better temperatures Friday into Saturday. And for Mother's Day, as it stands right now, 20% chance of showers and storms, a high temperature right around 80 degrees. Guys.
All right, thanks, Justin. We want to take you to a live look right now at this rollover. Our photojournalist, Santiago Esparza, is out there right now at 90 and General Hudnell ramp.
All right, we've just been told apparently there is a ramp at General Hudnell that will be closed off. You can see the accident investigation is already underway. We had a report earlier of one serious injury, but no other information. Again, this is 90, I believe, on the westbound side at General Hudnell.
Yeah, we'll continue to track that and make sure that we let you know once the lanes are clear and the roads are back open. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're taking a poll this morning. We are asking, have you postponed retirement due to the higher cost of living? And here are the results so far. You can vote right now by scanning that QR code right there on your screen. It looks like 67% of the people are saying yes, Mark.
33% say no. So the largest group of baby boomers is rolling into retirement age this year. But are they ready? According to a study by Alliance for Lifetime Income, 2/3 of them will struggle financially.
This is sometimes called the silver tsunami because of the expected record-breaking year for retirements in the U.S. 4.1 million Americans are set to retire in this wave between now, 2024, and 2027.
It's just a new chapter in a book, and you don't know how it's written, so you just take each day and live the most.
That's Stephen Haney, and he's 70 and has been retired for a few years after 36 years of working for the city. He tries to keep busy, has hobbies, and spends his time enjoying things he likes. So we asked him for some advice. Now, there's a lot of things that you need to keep in mind and learn as you gear for retirement. First of all, at 65, you become eligible for Medicare, even if you still have a job. Find out what Part A and Part B are and how they benefit you. Also, think about how much money you have saved up to live on your retirement. Stephen says retirement is a very difficult choice to make.
The key to all of it is, before retiring, creating a budget. Know exactly where you're spending all your money so that you know the money coming in and whether or not that's covering all of your expenses. And then do some hard thinking. Do I really want to do this? And then if I do, then what am I going to do from here on? Some people decide to change careers, start a new career. Some people like to travel. So think of what you want to do, and most important, you want to stay active after you retire.
AARP did a numbers breakdown showing the disparities for peak boomers. Men in this group had a median retirement assets of $269,000. Women, on the other hand, had $185,000. Median retirement assets were $299,000 for whites and $123,000 for Hispanics, with $49,000 for Black peak boomers.
The widest gaps were by education, with college grads having median retirement assets of $591,000 compared to $75,000 for high school grads and $7,000 for those with no high school diploma. A survey by New York Wealth Watch showed only 4 in 10 Americans have a retirement savings. Many of those ready to retire point to the rising interest rates and inflation as concerns when they do retire.
And a lot of you have a lot to say on our social media. We've asked you on there to comment. Nancy said, "No, I turned 65 last December. I've been working since high school, getting ready to retire this June. My husband and I have been saving for a long time. Our house is paid, vehicles are paid. We are ready to start doing what we want to do." A different viewer named Nancy said, "Retired May 2021, right after everything doubled and tripled in price. Now having to cut back on the so-called golden retirement years." Grr. And Joshua said, "From what I have seen, I'm never going to retire."
All right, back to our poll real quick. 66% voting yes. I am having to put off retirement due to rising costs. 34% say no. You can participate by going to ksat.com/poll or scan the QR code on your screen. And thank you everyone for participating. Right now, it's 9:31, 77 degrees. A lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Mother's Day is coming up this weekend, and if you haven't gotten her a gift yet, stay tuned because we have some Consumer Reports top picks that moms are sure to love. All right, welcome back. We are taking a look at live cam out there. A cloudy Tuesday, but hopefully you are already, getting your day started, drinking some coffee, making the phone calls you need this morning. Don't worry, we're going to get you ready to figure out what your day and what the weather is going to look like.
Just reminded me that I need to make phone calls. Now I'm stressed out. It's been a quiet morning, other than the cloud cover and the humidity, which we're pretty much used to at this point. We do know that the humidity has allowed mold levels to stay elevated last few days. We're at 640 today. That's actually a little bit above where it was yesterday, so it's moderate. Pine, grass, and pecan are all low in today's pollen count. Let me show you the temperature forecast, and I kind of fast forwarded there pretty quick, but this is tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Today will be in the 90s, but tomorrow even warmer. We're thinking mid to even upper 90s in some cases, and look at Laredo, 106. It's going to be really hot on your Wednesday. Not only that, it's somewhat humid here in San Antonio, so the heat index is a real problem. But you see that blue cold front there, that is what's going to help us out. It won't completely cool us down on Thursday, but it brings temperatures down a little bit, and then it's by Friday we start to enjoy some of that cooler air and drier air too. We get rid of the humidity, which is exactly what we're looking for. What about any storm chances with that front? Well, there is some small chances. We think Thursday 20%, and then we'll have some more chances Sunday and Monday. Nothing that jumps off the page, but I do want to alert you that there could be a few showers around on Mother's Day. We're going to talk extensively about this forecast and those heat indices coming up here in just a couple minutes. Guys.
Good news, an accident we showed you northbound 1604 just past 151 has now cleared, but expect delay coming into San Antonio on I-10 from Seguin. We had an incident earlier involving a big rig, and I have every reason to believe that we are still seeing big slowdowns coming towards 1604 on 10 from Seguin. Mother's Day is now 5 days away, and if you still need a gift, listen up.
I know you already got Mama something, right?
Yeah, I did.
All right. Joining us this morning to talk about some of the top gifts moms want this year is Consumer Reports shopping expert Mary Beth Quirk. Good morning, Mary Beth. How are you?
Good morning. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Doing great. So what are your favorite Mother's Day gift ideas for, say, rest and relaxation?
We know that's key for moms, right? All moms need more sleep. We can't give them more hours, but we can give them some comfy stuff. The Coop Sleep Goods, a premium adjustable loft pillow, is one of our favorites that we recommend. It aces a lot of our tests. It's also made of shredded memory foam that you can kind of restuff. You can stuff it to your likeness. So it's great for support no matter what size the person is that's using it, no matter if they sleep on their back or their front. It's a very versatile pillow. So that's a really good one. It comes with extra foam too. So if you need a little fluffier pillow, you can use that. That's a great one.
Yeah, only $75. What about gift ideas for moms who are always on the go, probably like me?
We can fuel those days a little bit with some Java. The Ninja Specialty CM401 is a coffee maker that we recommend because it can make hot coffee, it can make cold coffee, it can make a latte, it can make a macchiato, it can make any kind of specialty brew. It's a little pricier, but it has an excellent rating in our tests for brew performance. So that means you're really going to get quality cup. And its glass carafe is really easy to handle. And it looks pretty sleek on the counter too. So it comes with all those great features and it'll keep her going all day long, which is great.
Mary Beth, what if someone wants to splurge on Mother's Day? And we've got to splurge on mom. Do you have any bigger recommendations from Consumer Reports testing?
Yep, we've got some great ones. This one is actually something I own, the Dyson Supersonic Hair Dryer.
Oh, that is a splurge.
Luxury. Yeah, it's a luxury product. It lives up to its name, though. It really stands out in our lab tests for dry speed because I keep going back to that time thing, but nobody wants to spend a ton of time on things that they don't have to. So it's also really quiet. It's the quietest of the ones we tested. So she'll have just like a smooth, drying, quiet experience. And also kind of like, pamper, some me time with that luxury item.
I'm going to have to add that to my list because I always have to spend some time drying my hair. What about any tips for last minute Mother's Day shopping?
Yep. You can always get electronic gift cards, or if you're willing to shop online and pick up in the stores, we also are always tracking all the best deals. So if you're kind of on a budget and you're looking for something that maybe you don't want to splurge as much, but still get a quality thing, you can go to cr.org/deals to look at anything that we're tracking from our tests. We've also got ideas for moms who like to travel, plant lovers. We also have a great gift guide for new moms, according to one of our new moms on staff. So there's lots of ideas on cr.org for last minute shopping.
All right. Thank you, Mary Beth Cork from Consumer Reports. Have a good day.
Thanks. You too.
Thank you. Time right now, 9:39, 78 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
We'll be right back. Spurs star Victor Wembanyama is officially this year's Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, Wemby was the unanimous winner after a historic season. David and RJ are back in studio with more on Wemby's big night and what we hope may be a repeat tonight.
Yeah, the key is unanimous. There was nobody that didn't think he was the best rookie, and he was by far the best rookie on the floor.
David, 99 voters that take part in the NBA awards, 99 first place votes. Not one single second place vote, not one single third place vote. So yes, unanimous. I think this is only the 5th or 6th player ever in the history of the league to get the unanimous NBA Rookie of the Year honor. And again, well-deserved for Wemby.
Yeah, he's the 6th unanimous. He's the 3rd Spur, Tim Duncan and David Robinson.
Pretty good Spurs.
He's averaged 21 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and a little over 3.5 blocks. He by far led the league in blocks. The second guy behind him was like a whole block less than Wemby was for block shots. He was, I think he was in the top 10 for rebounds. He was like 30 or something for scoring, but that's okay. He doesn't need to score as much as he needs to.
And he will improve on that end as well. First player in NBA history, David, 1,500 points, 700 rebounds, 250 assists, 250 blocks, and 100 three-pointers in one season. So absolutely runaway winner here. I mean, I remember there was a little bit of a debate whether Chet Holmgren was supposed to be. I was like, no,
somebody just stuck that in there just to make it interesting down the stretch. But he also had 2 triple doubles.
Yes.
He is going to get a quad before it's all over. And he was like one of few or like the only rookie to ever get a 5x5, which means he had at least 5 points in 5 different categories.
Yeah,
remember that was against the Lakers
stuff. Yes,
that was against the Lakers.
That was
stuck it to the Lakers that day. We love that.
All right, David. And here's the other thing too is that he gets it. We were talking about this before we went on. He posted a very heartfelt message on Instagram.
There it is.
Basically thanking even the cafeteria staff at the Spurs facility, the ushers at the arena, of course, the teammates, the fans,
the chef,
the chef,
the cafeteria arena every night for the Spurs organization, for the best fans in the world. I mean, are back winning or losing. Well, okay, we know which one that category falls. And last but not least, the city of San Antonio. I found a home.
That part,
all.
that part kind of gets you a little bit in the feels. I found a home here. Thank you all.
Yeah, so that tells you that he feels very comfortable in San Antonio. He feels very comfortable on the floor, and he is all about winning. He just wants to win now. It's like, hey, I got these awards, but it doesn't mean much if we're not winning. If we're 22-60, that's great. Thanks for being the best defensive player in the league. I think he should be the best defensive player in the league.
So that's going to go down later tonight. Defensive Player of the Year. He's a finalist for that too. We were talking about this. He for sure will be first team all defense on the team itself. But in my opinion, I think he should win this award. Some people will say it's a team award. So Minnesota, obviously a very good team in the West. The Spurs, not a great team.
You're going with the fact that Rudy Gobert plays on a better team than Victor Wembanyama, and he was the defensive anchor, but Victor Wembanyama was a defensive anchor for a worse team.
Okay, my head hurts. I don't know.
I would love to see him get Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see it too. But
his defensive stats in 3 categories are better in 2 than
Rudy Gobert.
Beat Gobert 2-1.
Yeah.
He's got more steals and more blocks than Gobert.
I will say though, Wemby did say, earlier this season that if they want to give Rudy Gobert the Defensive Player of the Year this year, that's fine because that's going to be the last one that he gets. That Wemby's going to get the rest of it.
That's it. Yeah, enjoy it. So there you go. So all right. So we'll wait and see what that says. So we'll be back tomorrow. We'll analyze that for you tomorrow.
And now, as excited as they are, you're as excited about weather, right?
I am. Statement. And I also want to know who they're going to pair with Wemby when we get some trades and stuff. That's the next big question. But yes,
I'm anxious to see that too.
Yes. But yes, to answer your question, I'm very excited about weather. And excited about a cold front that'll be headed our way that will get here Thursday into Friday. And that is something to get excited about because it's going to change our weather in a good way. As we go outside for you right now, we've got cloud cover. It is humid and 77 degrees, 77 in New Braunfels. The warm spot there, Pleasanton at 79. Everybody's warm and muggy. This is not really much of a change from what we've seen the last week or so. 83 noontime, and then we're up around 92 for a high today, which, as we've been saying, translates to a heat index somewhere in the upper 90s. So it will feel warmer than that actual air temperature. But I do think we see a little more sun this afternoon, which will help to push those temperatures up. This is the map we showed you off the top of the show, but I want to show it again. It's the temperature forecast. And basically today, yes, in the 90s. Tomorrow, though, even warmer. One of the reasons for that is we get a dry line that's coming in from West Texas. So that starts to bring in some slightly drier air. Now in San Antonio, I think we stay on the east side of this dry line, meaning we stay pretty humid. But on the western side, this is where you start to get the dry air and temperatures really crank up. I mean, triple digits air temperature-wise possible tomorrow for our southwestern counties, I should say. But for us, with highs in the mid-90s, the heat index will approach 100. We start to get relief late Thursday. Front comes in. Now, depends on the timing here, but I think if it gets here by the afternoon, that'll keep temperatures from getting too out of control. But it may also help to spark off a thunderstorm or two, something we'll need to watch Thursday afternoon. South of that front, it will still be very, very hot. Friday is the day that we're going to love because the dry air comes in, the temperatures cool down, and it feels a lot better. We'll have temperatures in the low to mid 80s on Friday, but with no humidity. Outside, and we look at the satellite picture now, this shows, we have a lot of low clouds, an indication of that moisture. Now, there's a bit of a boundary right here north of Fredericksburg. I think this probably hits the brakes here soon, but that is starting to clear things out up across the hill country, and we're starting to see some breaks here around San Antonio too. So yes, I do think the sun pops out later today, and you see that boundary that stretches basically north of San Antonio up towards Memphis and Chicago. It's further north and east along that boundary where they'll see thunderstorms and a decent chance of thunderstorms later today. I will point out though, this model does now want to produce a storm or two north of us this afternoon. I'm not too convinced of it, but we'll watch because the atmosphere is fairly unstable. As we get into tomorrow, thunderstorms up across northeast Texas along the front, And then as that front drops south, then we get to add rain chances into our forecast. And yes, we get the cooler weather. And the Storm Prediction Center does have part of our area within a risk for some strong storms Thursday afternoon. Something we'll need to keep an eye on because it's that time of year, and we continue to see severe weather across the country. 95 Wednesday, 92 Thursday. There's the cool down Friday, 84. And by the way, 20% chance of rain Thursday evening. 81 Saturday. For Mother's Day, 20% chance of rain and a high right around 80 degrees. We'll be right back.
It is always a great day at the zoo. Let's check out our friends, the flamingos. They're hanging out there. It looks like, they're doing what flamingos do, just standing around.
A final reminder, KSAT has switched to NextGen TV. If you watch us using an antenna, you will have to rescan your TV to continue watching us. We're holding a phone bank right now to answer questions you may have. Just call the number on your screen. That's 210-351-1363, and someone will be able to help you. Keep calling. You can also find more information on KSAT.com. Well, coming up tomorrow on GMSA 9, David Elder will be joining us live from Southerly for another preview of what to expect at the Texas Eats Food Festival. They are just one of several local restaurants that will be there. And tomorrow morning, they'll share what food item they will be serving. Last week, we got a preview of Jerk Shack and Max and Louie. So tune in for more previews of what to expect. And don't forget to get your tickets for the Food Festival coming up this Saturday.
And this morning, we have been asking you, have you postponed retirement due to the higher cost of living? There's a lot of people that are, taking this very seriously. Others are just kind of thinking about what the situation they are in. Here are some of the comments that have been made on social media. It says, Rita said, nope, I retired before turning 62. My employer had 2 plans. We are living comfortably. An empty nester. Congratulations to him. We also got some funny comments, but it shows how people really do feel about retiring. Armando said, for that very reason, I've calculated I'll be able to comfortably retire 8 years after my death. Haha, get it? And Robert said, I plan on working full-time till I am 90 and then work part-time till I am 95, at which time I plan to retire and travel the world. Nice. Hopefully he's got somebody there to go with him to travel the world at 95, because he's going to need some help.
That. Some people being tongue-in-cheek with their responses, right?
You got to make fun of the situation.
Hey, you got to put a little levity in there, right?
Yeah.
All right, so again, 66% say yes. However many was left said no. We jumped past it.
Didn't see it.
Yeah, but I think you can still vote, I believe. 92 Tuesday, 95 Wednesday, 92 on Thursday, 20% chance of rain. And then there's the front. Thank goodness Friday into Saturday, lower humidity.
Oh, man, Friday and Saturday look
Just
good.
Repeat every day.
Way better, yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching us. Have a great day.